A lot of times people ask me, where do you want to be? And initially the response that I give is, I want to be here. Because I'm very happy in the physical place that I live, in the country that I live in. And I think your physical surroundings are very, very important. And it's something that people don't take into account a lot of the times. And again, they think it's something that can never change. So you buy an apartment, I'm here for life. You buy a house, I'm here for life. And I was very much of the mentality of one must buy a house, one must invest in a house. And after my separation, I started to meet a lot of new people because this was important to get back to meeting people. And I was talking to a girl and she said, we rent an apartment, myself and a friend. I went over to her apartment and it was spectacular. It was a duplex, it had views of the mountains, it was amazing. And I said, would you not buy? And she said, no. She said, why would I buy? Because if something happens in my life and something changes, which is inevitable, she said, I can just downsize, I can upsize, I can move. And that was, I think, an aha moment for me, that sometimes if we are stuck to a particular place, this can be very bad. Why? Because we all have memories. And perhaps you have memories of happy times that happened in this particular house, sad times that happened in this particular apartment. And if you own it, it may be difficult to move. So a lot of the times people reach a point in their life where they get overwhelmed. And sometimes this can be because where they are physically is stopping them progressing to where they want to be, physically or in their career. Because they feel that they cannot move from this house. They cannot move from where they are. Now, I found that one of the things that really changed my life was moving from Dublin to Barcelona. I experienced a whole new culture. I actually experienced summertime. Compared to Dublin, the weather was usually quite overcast, quite rainy, and it wasn't that pleasant, but it was all that I knew, and I was quite happy there. Now I see summertime starts maybe from April to October, sometimes even into early November, and that has changed me hugely. Now, I've talked to a lot of friends about this, and there's a lot of friends who have said to me as well, moving has changed them, has actually literally physically moved, has moved them inside emotionally. I wonder where you want to be in life, and on the physical level, where do you want to be? Look at your surroundings. Are you really happy living where you are? Is there a possibility, which there is, of you moving to somewhere else? Now, maybe that move is not possible right now because your kids are in high school and you have to wait 2 or 3 years, but that's okay. Maybe now is the time to start planning and say, well, actually, you know what? Once the kids go to university, we can move somewhere else. What about your career? Where do you want to be in your career? Are you happy with where you are? Do you really want to go and progress up the career ladder? Is that something that you want? And this is, again, the self-reflection that you must ask, where do I want to be? Sometimes we go into a new job and we're actually given a career progression. We're told, well, you work 2 years in this position and then you're going to be promoted to team manager. Work that for another 3 years and then you become a manager. Then you become a regional director, then you become a managing director. And this is somebody else controlling your progression. And sometimes people go along with this. And in our next lecture, we're going to talk about why is this happening now? Because this is very important. Why have you come to this course now? Why have you started to have these feelings that there is something more, that you want to start setting goals, that you want to start progressing, that you want to change who you are, and you want to change where you are?